And good afternoon, everyone. Andy Carlson here. It is June 3rd, a Monday, first trading day in June. And we had an absolutely spectacular day today in our main Sniper Live trade room. All the systems and things we do were hitting on all cylinders. And that's not to mean there aren't a few losing trades here and there. That's part of the game. We practice odds and probabilities, and they were strongly in our favor today. In the live trade room, we called lots of trades in gold, lots of trades in the DAX, and also lots of trades in crude oil. We try to keep these recap videos to only about 10 or 15 minutes, so we're probably only going to be able to recap crude oil, but needless to say, it was a pretty outstanding morning for the standard sniper, for the pulse extreme line cross signal, for the PEDC, which is one of the primary systems that we've been focusing on the last several weeks. In our main room, we tend to focus on a certain system for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, and then we switch and focus on something else. And recently, we've been focusing on the PEDC, and it's really been outstanding for us. We actually had an individual come to the free trial for the first time today, but they had been studying our recap video, so they really understood how to watch for the PEDC trades, because we've really taught those in some of the recap videos. And they actually executed 12 trades, 12 PEDC trades, watching my charts. And that's not something we really encourage one to do when they're on their free trial. For the most part, it's good to just kind of sit back and take it in, but nonetheless, it was pretty cool. This trader was able to execute 12 winning trades, PEDC trades from the live room today that I called out live in advance, so that was fun to see. All right, so without any further ado, here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to spend time. Normally I'll spend time and I'll teach you, the pulse extreme line cross, what to watch for. If you happen to be viewing this video for the first time and you haven't watched any of the other recap videos, I encourage you to go back to our recap video archive and watch the last 2, 3, 4 videos where we teach the PEDC, where I teach the pulse extreme line cross, where I teach the standard sniper. I'm not going to take time to do that in this video. We're just going to look at the trades, but definitely go back and get that training so that you can really understand what causes these trades to appear. And what's so neat about all the different systems that we have in the sniper package is their visual nature. They're so easy to identify, so easy to anticipate, because they've been designed to be very visual in nature. One other thing I want to mention, and then we'll look at the trades, is if you signed up for the free video course, the bait series, and maybe you haven't come by and taken a look at the free trial, haven't hung out with us in the live room, I'd encourage you to shoot me an email. Watch this video, get dialed in, see what we're doing, but shoot me an email, ajc61@yahoo.com or andy@advancedtradingworkshop.com. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's get a little dialogue going, and maybe you'll be interested in coming in and watching what we do in the live room. Maybe you'll just want to continue to watch from afar. But if you are in that process, you signed up for that free video series, that bait series, definitely go ahead and email me. Let's start an interaction so I can find out a little bit more about you and what makes you tick and what you're looking for, and then give you the best advice I can accordingly. All right, let's dive in. So just a little after 7 o'clock, we had a pulse extreme line cross signal fire, easy winner. Standard sniper signal here, not a great signal, but there's a little bit of bottoming going on, but it's such a consolidated area, it's certainly not that great, but it did produce 6, 7 ticks worth of profit. We have a pulse extreme PEDC, pulse extreme divergence count trade right here. You see 2 up closed bars, no up move in our pulse line, down hook, bam, nice winner. That's 3-0. Next trade was a pulse extreme line cross, black line crosses from the gray area over the white gap to the colored area, boom, nice winner. That's 4. Then we have a couple of these trades. There were, I think the count on the day was 34 winners and 10 losses. And that's just the robust, black box counting every trade. Guys, there's a lot of reasons why you would want to stay off of these sell trades. And actually, instead of selling these, you'd want to be looking for failure continuation, and you'd want to be trading in the opposite direction. Nonetheless, when a trade was a lot, the robust trade was a loss, I called it as such. But when you have an action line sloping this hard, when you have this much blue in the pulse extreme indicator, we could go on and on. There are definitely ways to design your trading plan so you can avoid some of these whipsaw standard sniper signals. To grab these really amazing counter trend turns, you got to deal with some of this, but you can employ a rule or two that will help you stay off of some of those bad trades. In the live room, I remember talking about not liking these two trades and then liking this one. I said it was lower rated, but the fact that we were up on the DPTL, there were a few other things. That gray line there is called the DPTL. There are a few other things that were nice too. And then once we got this rollover, PED sell, another pulse extreme line cross, and we're off to the races to the downside. Similar trade here on the buy side to these two, could have been avoided, but nonetheless losing trade on the standard sniper. PEDC buy. Big nice winner. PEDC buy, nice winner. Follow through trade, pulse extreme line cross. You see the black line here crosses from the gray area over the white gap to the colored area. Boom, long winner. Standard sniper short winner. Pulse extreme PEDC winner. And this is just before the 10 o'clock news came out. Then we're rolling. This is a minute and a half after the news, so things were moving pretty quickly for a while here. But once you get 30 seconds or so past that news, as long as it's part of your trading plan and you're designed in such a way that you can function pretty quickly, these were some good trades in here. We did have a pulse extreme line cross failure here. You can see, I think that's the first loss on a pulse extreme line cross. But we got it right back with a PEDC buy, the pink arrow, and then the pulse extreme line cross buy, black line in the gray area over the white gap, colored area, boom, signal fires. Okay, nice standard sniper signal up here. And we had a PEDC failure here. I think that might have been the first loss for the PEDC trade for the day. A couple of more follow through pulse extreme line crosses. We're a little bit choppy in here. I'm not a big fan of, I like when we have more solid colors in the pulse extreme indicator. When you get a lot of back and forth chop like this, not so much. I like it when it's solid like this. Okay. And another one of those standard sniper signals. One thing that is very clear is you don't want to go back and forth on standard sniper signals. So you take this first one and it's a loss. Definitely not going to take another standard sniper signal 5 bars later, and certainly not another one 4 bars after that. So this first trade is a valid signal and would have been a loss, but you definitely would not, sniper owners are taught to not engage in back and forth chop type signals. Now this is a PEDC buy down here, and that's valid because it's a completely different setup, 180 degrees different logic. So that would be viable in the midst of this. You just wouldn't ever want to go back and forth on. We don't see this too frequently, but when we do, that first trade, win or loss, you're definitely not going to execute any others until you break out of that tight range. Then we kind of get back on a roll here. Nice PEDC sell just after 10:38. We have 3 lower lows exhaustion pattern here. Tells us that there's a decent chance we're going to get a bit of a rally. It made this pulse extreme line cross trade a decent trade. It ended up not working out. Again, we're not going to win them all, but that's a trade I definitely would have executed myself, and it would have been a loss. The market wasn't quite ready to go higher yet. It was gonna. It did later, but it wasn't quite ready yet. It had to retest one more time. Wasn't going to short there. I talked about this trade live because of this support area and this exhaustion pattern until we broke out of there. And then boom, we're long, pulse extreme line cross and PEDC, strong PEDC, 3 bars down, no down move in the pulse line, so that's a +3 count, very nice trade. Rolling it back over just after 11 for a pulse extreme line cross short. You can see the action there, and then we're nice mini double bottom, long again on a pulse extreme line cross, black crosses from the gray area over the white gap to the colored area. And a few more trades, standard sniper, boom, follow through on the pulse extreme line cross. We get the pulse extreme line cross to the buy side and then the PEDC buy. And then we wrap up the morning with up to noontime with a standard sniper short. PED or pulse extreme line cross, this is a decent trade. You know, it got 3 ticks, 4 ticks into the profit. Didn't have any further to go. We couldn't punch below the 50 XMA. That was one of the negatives. But it was a decent top, and you know, like I said, they're not all going to work out. And then we got the buy here running into the end. So let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 2. 13, 14, 15, and 4. 3, 4. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 5, and 6. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and what did I just, that's 5, 28 and 5, 29 and 7, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 7 or 8 was it? So 33 and 8 on the morning. And like I said, each individual trader is going to define their own personalized plan. Most traders would not have a plan that encompassed all of these trade setups at once. Especially in the beginning, we encourage traders to trade one technique and become proficient at it, profitable at it, and then many sniper owners will add a second. You know, I'm to the point and experienced enough with the tools that I can trade up to maybe 3 different techniques at once, but there's no reason to rush to that. We get plenty of signals. Of those, I'd say we got a pretty even dispersal there were 33 and 7, I think we said. That's 40 total trades. I suspect there were probably 10 or so standard sniper signals, and there were probably 18 or so pulse extreme line cross signals, and maybe 12 PEDC. So a pretty easy even dispersal if you were using any of those 3 as your main technique. You would have still had a decent number of trades. So that's a wrap, guys. Again, that's just a third of the action today, believe it or not. You know, we had such great price action in crude oil, in gold, excuse me, as well as in the DAX. But we are about 15 minutes into this recording, so we'll wrap it up. Tomorrow I anticipate doing some significant additional live trading in the main sniper room, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you're out there and you've been kind of watching things from afar, why don't you get signed up? Come on in and hang with us. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you soon.